How's it going, Virgo? It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. So it's time for September 2020 bonus read, and if this is your first time tuning into one of my bonus reads, what I do is I look for tarot card spreads that are a little bit out of the ordinary to give you guys a little bit of a deeper insight into what is going on around you, and what energy is going to be available for your sign. So I'm going to be using the Gilded Tarot and the Witch's Tarot to do this read for you. And this is going to be for your Virgo sign, Aries, Sun. I don't know why I said Aries. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm an Aries, so maybe that's why I said that. But anyway, we'll get going on your reading right away. I'm just going to shuffle out these two decks a couple times, and just keep in mind this is a general read, okay? But most of all, I hope you enjoy. So what we're going to do is look at some card placements. I'm going to pull one card for each of these, and then I'll clarify the cards out with the Witch's Tarot. So just hold on a sec. Okay, interval over. So what's next for you, Virgo? And the first card I'm going to pull here is the preparations that you need to make for your path to unfold the way you might imagine it to be. So let's have a look here. We have the Chariot card here. All right, so this Chariot card is absolutely still. It might be time for you to take a breath and just relax and find something in the peace and stillness of not moving forward. There could be some of you that are really barreling forward and just, you're going too fast. You're going faster than the rest of the pack. You're going faster than the universe can keep up to you. And then I'm sensing here some disappointments when things aren't coming in, but you're missing messages. You're missing the actual manifestation of things and missing hints along the way. The Chariot card, it speaks of harnessing energy, but this is asking you to stand still and listen. It's kind of like when you go into the woods, and it's the difference between wearing headphones and taking the headphones off and then listening to the wildlife around you. There's things you're missing by keeping too busy and forging forward and forward and forward. So let me clarify this card with the Witch's Tarot. Okay, so you've got the Death card here. So this cycle of pushing onwards, regardless of what else is happening, it feels like you're running away from something to a certain extent, like trying to avoid the truth or the reality in a situation. And the Death card appears to let you know that a phase is ending, or should look at something that just needs to cease, something that needs to halt in your life. The Death card is nothing to be afraid of, but it is the harbinger of saying, okay, this cycle is either exhausting you or there's just too much like frenetic energy going on. So take a pause and give yourself a break here. Very interesting combination of cards. I don't think I've ever pulled those two together. So it's definitely something to be listened to. When you see the Death card, it's really, really wanting to give you a message. All right, Virgo, so I'm going to pull another card to see what's in store for you. Wow. So here's the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords represents the end of a cycle. So you can expect this. If you have been running away from a certain reality, you know, it could be whatever is going on. I'm seeing that some of you could have lost somebody very important to you to the other side of the veil, or just an important relationship ended. I think for some of you, you might have been asked to leave a group that might have been very painful. And intentionally keeping yourself a little bit too busy in order to outrun that pain. And it feels like being chased by demons a little bit. So what's in store for you is being able to address all this pain. And you have to let it touch you. You know, you can't just avoid it forever, because it does start manifesting in other ways. And let me clarify this card out here. So you've got the Four of Cups. And truly, You're missing something, you know? The Four of Cups is saying, you know, the water that runs past you, it'll only touch your fingers once. You know, it continues to be water, but it's different water and it's different experiences. And if you're not letting pain touch you, then you're not letting other things touch you as well, like the pure bliss of life. And some things take longer to heal from than others, but you really are outrunning something here. And you guys could also be having extremely vivid dreams, you know, with pain sort of manifesting in different ways. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to pull another card here, and this is going to say, have a look at what is holding you back. So you've got the Two of Swords. So you really do have some sort of inner battle going on, some sort of indecision where you're being pulled back and forth. And maybe you feel like you're dishonoring the memory of somebody, or you're just really deeply hurt by somebody no longer wanting to be a friend with you, or maybe you lost your job, you're terminated or something like that. But there's an abrupt end to something that mattered to you, and it's altering your future. Like, not in just the obvious way where something was lost, but it's almost like not dealing with the situation, just not dealing with it at all because it was so painful, and making busy work happen and doing other things. And I'm just getting this thing where just trying to outpace and running and running and running. Kind of like Scarlett O'Hara, you know, when she kept on running away from the truth of who she was. That's what I'm seeing here for you guys. So let me clarify this Two of Swords. This is also very fascinating. So I've pulled the Five of Pentacles. So you could be going through this period of lack of friendship, of lack of having a romantic partner, lack of having, you know, a job or a position, something like that. Loss is projecting itself into your future here with the Five of Pentacles. You're saying, well, if this is happening now, then what's going to happen next, and what's going to happen next? And it's just forcing you to almost like run on empty and push you forward and forward, but it's so non-productive. Like, it's not doing you any good at all. It's covering up everything that you need to uncover and deal with. Like, I'm seeing a real deep emotion here for you, Virgo, and this is a really windswept, sort of untouchable, but you could just be going through this like barren wasteland, as you might see in this card, for now, and then come out on the other side. But as long as you keep on going back and forth in your head about what you think you deserve or why that happened, or, you know, just the endless questions that people can tend to ask themselves when a tragedy of some sort strikes. And this could be going on for quite some time into your past. Like, why did that happen, and why did that happen, and being triggered by a certain situation now and bringing up a ton of unresolved emotion from your past, and it's making resolving this even harder. So let's pull another Witch's Tarot here to try and help you move forward, because if you're being stuck in this continuous loop of pain, especially from, you know, something bigger, and maybe you just stuffed it down and now here it comes up again. But if your go-to strategy has been to ignore the pain and keep on moving forward, it's not working for you. It's just going to keep on getting bigger. So we do have the Page of Cups here, guys. And you know what? The Page of Cups, this really speaks of your inner child coming up and really wanting to talk to you about something. So you should be prepared to deal with some sort of tidal wave of emotion coming in for you, Virgo. Messages from your inner child and how to nurture your inner child. Sometimes it really helps to do a visualization or a meditation related to how to communicate with your inner child and say everything was going to be okay. Kenneth Suarez, his last name is Souras, in particular, does an incredible healing inner child meditation that could serve you guys very well. so that you can stop that running on a treadmill feeling that I think that many of you are stuck in right now. And once you get this resolved, then you'll be able to take in stride a lot more any sort of hiccups that happen in your adult life. But right now, this is very present. This is very, it might feel like it's buried, but it's coming out in your behavior. Let's say if you're over exercising, or you're just doing things, you know, if you're nonstop cleaning things and you're just always going. And keep in mind that the urge to stay busy is a trauma response. So you do have a trauma to deal with, and it probably happened, you know, I'm seeing between the ages 6 and 11. So it's time to really go back and revisit that and manage that pain so that you can move forward and not be stagnant and like just doing all of this work and not getting anywhere. So very important reading for you guys to understand that any lack of emotion or like extra emotion as a reaction to a scenario now is all sitting in the chest of your inner child. So really check that out, Virgo. And okay, so I'm gonna leave it there and just wish you guys love and light. Okay, bye for now. Bye.